different this time.
I'm sweating, and it's not the Caribbean. It's the Knicks pissing me off on vacation, messing it up. What?
I'm actually not pissed off. Yes, I'm mad that we didn't get the win, especially having a 17-point lead in the third quarter. But what I was happy about is seeing that this team has the potential to actually play the way they did. Now, I understand one of the big problems with the Knicks for many years is not finishing the game. That has been the issue. But I will say this: the guys played well. Everyone played well. Sorry, not everyone, not everyone. But for the most part, as a team, they play. You saw them having that cohesiveness. You saw them make those couple of plays that they. And Walt kept talking about it. There was a play with Morris throwing it to Mitch for that alley-oop.
The alley-oop at the end, yeah.
And they did it a couple of times and did, and scored with it. So he was like, why they're not still doing that play? Because clearly Philly hasn't figured out how to defend that. So keep running that play until they figure it out. So they had some nice plays, but we have to learn how to finish a game. I was surprised that we played so well against a team like Philly, but I will say that Philly, especially Joel Embiid, seemed real lackluster and kind of lazy and whatever. I know Ben Simmons scored his first 3-pointer ever, I think. They said ever, I don't know. But, and the last time that we beat Philadelphia was in 2017, in April of 2017. So this would have been a really nice win for us. But I think we are showing the potential that we can win. So I'm happy with the effort, not happy with the result.
No, I'm pissed off. No, don't feed me that BS. Listen, Julius Randle and Marcus Morris, I'm telling you, these guys, listen, I've been loving what Marcus has been doing, and he's doing a lot of stuff, off court. We'll talk about how he's been mentoring Frank, and that's been great. But I will tell you, these guys are trying to be heroes at times. And Julius Randle made so many dumb plays down the stretch. And it's crazy because he'll make a good play and be like, yeah, Julius. And then he'll do some stupid things. And to me, stupidity is...
You always talk about high basketball IQ. You saying he doesn't have it? Is that what you're saying?
He absolutely does not. Listen, he absolutely does not. Don't get me... This is the thing. Sometimes we're watching the game and I say, bad shot. And it scores. And you're like, it wasn't that bad. No, I'm like, no, it was bad. Because the thing is, you have to play the right way. Frank Ntilikina, RJ Barrett, Taj Gibson, you see that they play the right way. You can tell, you can feel it. Everything they do, they're in the right position. They're not trying to be the hero. Julius Randle had a play in the fourth when we were trying to get right back in it, down 3, I think. RJ Barrett is wide open in the corner, begging for the ball. And Julius Randle does his patented Turner wrist spin move into 3 guys and losing the ball thing. We have to play
3
smarter.
Guys and fumbling with the ball.
Exactly. We have to play smarter. It's really annoying seeing this stuff. Look, there's a lot of positives here, but it's really annoying seeing this stuff when these guys are the vets. These guys are the vets, and Fizz has to take the ball out of their hands. Frank was hot today. Now, I will say, you want to see Frank in the future not give Julius the ball, but there are definitely, you see Julius looks off Frank all the time. Julius does not give Frank the ball. You see them in the backcourt where Frank is like, hey, let's start the play, and Julius is like, run up, come on, hurry up. And it's going to have to get to a point where Frank is able to say, give me the ball, move over there. And I think he's going to get there. But Fizz, knowing the player Frank is too, is going to have to start facilitating that. He
has to push that.
He can't let Randle keep running the offense at times, especially in these late moments. Oh, it was so frustrating watching this lead go down. Frank went out and they went on a 14-0 run.
They made a big point of that.
It's insane. So many good things tonight. That third quarter is the best quarter we've seen from the New York Knicks since the Toronto Raptors game that we went to 2 years ago when they were 30. You went on a 30-3 run, which is
I don't remember. I remember memory shot.
Yeah,
but so here's the thing about the third quarter. So when I saw them have such a great third quarter, because I do believe that the game or the result at the end of the game really depends a lot on the third quarter. So when I saw them come out in the third quarter and have such a great run, I was like, yo, we got this. This could actually happen. But with a team like Philly, I also knew that, a whole nother quarter in the fourth is a lot of time for them to come back and build those points back up. But we should not have allowed that to happen.
We blew it. This is the thing. Don't get me wrong. We were super hot in the third. We were shooting shots that weren't really good basketball plays. Guys, the whole team caught fire. It was a team-wide
Yeah, it was a team heat check.
It was just insane. But we still had some really poor execution down the stretch. Just some really dumb, low IQ plays, and it was so frustrating to watch. But you just have to say, if I calm down and look at this from a bird's eye view, the Knicks have made such a step up ever since Dolan made Steve Mills and Scott Perry go out there and apologize to them. They're playing scared.
They're fighting for Fizz's job. That's what's happening right now. They're fighting for his job.
I think it's a bit of that, but I also think Fizz is figuring it out. I think the rotation is becoming more clear. Frank Ntilikina is clearly the starting point guard, and there's absolutely no debate at this point. The team is dropping so badly when he's not in there at times, because he's bringing it on defense. Even DSJ, you had a pretty good game tonight.
10 points in 10 minutes. That was great.
Yeah. But there was a point when he came back in for Frank when we lost the whole lead. And even though DSJ, he hit a three and he was playing well, I think Trey Burke had an and one on him, and then the other guy scored on him. And the thing is, Frank does not give up those points. So you have to really think of what's going on, because when a guy's out there scoring but then giving it up, Frank is opposite. And if he's scoring now and he's still stopping that guy, that's becoming a really exceptional player.
He's the one that needs to be in.
You see him tonight. He's looking. Listen, I said these guys. I don't know if it's the European African guys or what it is, but some of these guys who are super projects that come in playing the game the right way. Giannis Antetokounmpo, Pascal Siakam. They come in doing the right thing, playing defense, passing the ball, etc. They start getting a little confident, and the jumps they take don't make sense. Like, they take exponential leaps. Like, usually you can see a guy who's going to get better and better.
You're waiting for that to happen for Frank,
no,
right?
No, I felt like you're seeing it right now. It's not waiting for that. It's clearly happening. Do you see him tonight? When he scored 9 points in the quarter, he's faking guys out. He's taking shots you've never seen him take. He's clearly at that point, and I feel like he's definitely locked down the position. I think there's zero debate there. And at this point, I can't even put a projection of what Frank could be if he's playing like this, because he's still 21. He's got 9 points in the quarter, and he hardly shot after that. He straight up was doing the play that Fizz called, or what the play was supposed to be. He's like, okay, we're giving Morris the ball. We're giving Randall the ball. The next step for him is what you see with Siakam this year. Because Siakam is taking the ball in Toronto. I'm like, no. Yeah, remember me? I was nice and African 2 years ago, but now I'm Canadian American, whatever. My ball, my point. And I think you saw Frank told Fizz a couple of weeks ago, I'm a dog now, and you saw it. So you're seeing that step. I know. You're seeing that step. And the next step for me is Randall move. Because he lets Randall, it's and it's also Fizz not stopping this, but he definitely doesn't, he doesn't want to step on any toes. He always wants to do the right thing. Mm-hmm. Frank plays basketball as if he expects everyone else to be as not just smart as him, but play the right way like he does. Except you got guys on the team who don't care the same way he does, just about winning. They want to win, but they want to win being the guy. And Frank passes the ball thinking, hey, maybe it'll come back to me. And then sometimes it doesn't. There's no way after his third quarter that he shouldn't have shot like 10 shots in the fourth quarter. We had play after play down the stretch where we were just bricking, turning over the ball, just doing stupid things on offense. And I'm like, at this point, I'm like, I would rather Frank have the ball. Like, I'm dead serious. I'd rather Frank have the ball, because even if he's being aggressive, he's not a guy who's not going to pass. But I'm like, Frank, I wanted to see Frank take another 5 shots. He ended up 1 point short of his career high. But
I know. I saw that. I saw him with the 17 points. I was like, oh man, that's like the 1 point short. But definitely Frank is playing way. The confidence that we've been wanting to see from him all this time, it's there. It is there 100%. So I agree with you. We just need to see him get to that next level, and some of that does require some coach involvement, because you have to remember, if Frank is that young and these guys are veteran players and they're, I know mid-20s, but he is still looking for them to be the leader. That leader. And so he is going to be looking for direction from them, because on the court, those guys become the coach, right? The coach is the coach off the court, and those guys are the coach on the court, which means that they're supposed to be directing him as to what to do. Now, I do see Morris doing that with him. I do see Morris having those talks with him and directing him. And I think that Morris is great for him. I think Morris, I said this in the last video I did, Morris brought out that dog mentality.
That dog.
In these guys. So, well, in Frank in particular.
Specifically, yeah.
So I'm definitely enjoying that. This was hard to see them lose such a big lead that they had. But what I more than anything want to see is consistency. So can they bring this same energy to the next game? Because because to be honest, I'd rather see them build. I'd rather see them lose the next few games, but see them as a team building, playing better, not just letting the one guy have the heat check, and seeing them all grow together. Because then I know at a certain point they will start winning games. We got to learn to finish. This has actually been a problem for the Knicks for years.
Right?
Years. I remember watching games with you when you were much younger. and watching, and the games were always like tight and like, you know, down to the nail biting games, and the Knicks could never pull through. So that is the next level that they have to get to. They have to learn how to pull through and to win these games.
Yeah, and the thing is, what makes me angry is just poor execution. I don't mind losing these games, but I feel like, and it's not just on Fizz. Like, Fizz is doing a really good job. I really think he's getting close to putting a rotation together that makes sense. We're seeing every game, things are really beginning to work. Frank and Dotson has been so good since he's been back, adding a lot to the team. But when we see these plays happening late and it's just bad basketball, I don't mind missing shots. Like, there was a play where near the end where Frank passed the ball to RJ and we were down 4 maybe or 3, and RJ had a wide open 3 and he missed. But I was, you know what? I was like, you know what?
You're okay with that, right?
We did the right thing.
Yeah.
But the play where Randall has the ball and RJ is literally in the corner for a 3-pointer like this, like begging for it. And Randall, it was like 5 seconds where he's wide open. Randall instead spins in, almost loses the ball. You know, they've been inching closer and closer. You would say definitely since Dolan called them out, you see them being better and more competitive. We're going in a tough stretch right now, so we'll see how it plays out. But they're positive signs. And apart from like the vets right now, you got to say this: Frank, RJ, Dotson, Dennis Smith Jr., Kevin Knox, Mitchell Robinson, and Iggy scored 36 in the G League.
I know about that.
That's 7 guys. All of them we drafted except for DSJ. And you cannot tell me these guys are the core. Keep these guys together, especially right now, to be honest. You got to say Frank, RJ, Knox, and Mitch, those 4 specifically. And I want to put Iggy and Dot in there as well. Dennis Smith has been up and down, but I think he'll keep proving his worth. But those guys need to be New York Knicks for the next 7, 8, 9 years. Imagine they all play the right way. They all play the right way. Even when Knox and RJ have their mistakes, maybe they're shooting too much or making a bad or taking a bad shot or not playing good defense. They definitely have the right mindset. Mitch and Frank have been really playing well. RJ's, you know, we know we got with RJ. Keep these guys together. These losses will mean so much. And these guys are so young. You know what I mean? Like, I'm really blown away that Frank has taken this leap at 21. And I'm like, at 23, he's going to be a monster. Frank is looking like something else, man. Last couple of years, we've always seen Frank's impact without the box score. So he's doing all these things, but he's getting like 2 points and nothing else. Now you're seeing the things he's doing also being proven on the score, on the box score as well. So that's great to see.
Right. 2 points really quick as well. Our free throw percentage as a team is getting better than what it was.
But what was it today? Let me see.
I know a certain point during the game was 50 something, but it's not. I don't think it ended up being that. But also, if we start to score some threes, and we've mentioned this several times, if we start to score some threes, we're winning these games. We're winning these games. We don't have a guy who's scoring consistent threes for us, and I believe that guy is going to be Kevin Knox, but he hasn't quite got there yet. But I do believe that he's going to be that guy.
I mean, look at this, which is interesting, is that Kevin Knox only played 10 minutes tonight. And when you start looking at the rebuild, kind of, you know, sometimes I just want Fizz to pull a guy. I want him to pull a guy away and say, hey, you know what? I'm letting Kevin play. Like, he's going to have to show Randall some tough love. I know we're building around him as like the guy and he's the star free agent and stuff like that. But I don't know how much longer can you allow Randall sometimes down the stretch to do some of the things he's done, where he's just clearly losing a game just off a bad decision.
Yeah.
It's annoying, but I'm going to take the step back now that I've got my thoughts out and say we're making the right steps as a franchise. I have to say, I'm that group I mentioned, keep those guys together.
Yeah.
Those guys are going to be monsters together. The chemistry, everything's going to flow by the time they're a little bit older. But frustrating loss tonight. Fizz I hope they go back to the film room and really look at what happened, because while it's a good moral victory, blah, 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 it's unacceptable to me considering the lead we had and how well we were playing and how dumb some of the basketball was down the stretch. It's not missing shots. It's some of the dumb stuff they were doing. So,
gotcha.
All right, I'm back to the beach.
All right. Peace out. We'll talk soon.
Peace.
It's Terry and Trey, and you know the vibes. If you like the show,
please subscribe. And to check out some of our other stuff, click right here.